So, I wanted to do a shot of rock and roll. It's been a while, and I
Yeah.
have
Hey, Dave,
something.
how are you? We've been on a little break. It's pretty weird, right?
Yeah, it has been weird.
Well, we have to
Fortunately,
expect that because of the holidays, right?
yeah. I did enjoy the break, and fortunately, we backlogged a bunch of episodes, so we were still coming out on a weekly basis. But yeah, it's great to see you again. Kind of get back in the saddle. I still remember how to work this microphone, so not all is
Well,
lost.
you just put your mouth on it and talk.
Yeah,
That's how it works. Yeah.
yeah. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a shot of rock and roll for you.
Wow.
Um,
All right.
Speaking
It's
of
like
the holidays,
blast from the past.
yeah. Speaking of the holidays, my good buddy Al Kelly, who lives in San Antonio, I often go, maybe once every couple months, I go to his place and we sit in his garage. And his garage is much like my home office or your room there, Jason, where it's just loaded with rock and roll memorabilia.
Mhm.
And in his case, being a musician, that's where his musical gear is and the band's rehearsed there and all that stuff. So I go over to his house and basically just camp out in the garage. I don't even go in the house unless I need to use the restroom or go to bed. And so we sit out there and we geek out, and we're always turning each other on to new music that we've discovered. And he recently turned me onto this band that came out in 2000. The album came out in 2004. I don't know how I missed this group because they are right up my alley. They're called Kill Cheerleader. And I
Far
don't know if
out.
you can see that, but I'm
Yeah.
holding up the cover. The album is called All Hail, and it's kind of this. If you know my taste in music, this is right up my alley. It's very like sleaze punk. They're from Canada, and Al turned me on to a couple songs, and I immediately fell in love with it. So he sent me the CD for Christmas, and it's been
Nice.
in heavy rotation in my cassette, or rather my CD player, ever since. And when I got the CD, it was, obviously it was brand new, had the cellophane. There was a hype sticker on it. And the hype sticker had a quote from Lemmy Kilmister, the great Lemmy, of course, from Motorhead. And he proclaimed this to be the greatest rock band since Guns N' Roses. And I thought that's pretty high praise coming from Lemmy. And I gave it a listen, and I love it. Absolutely love it. If you're a fan of, say, the Helicopters, maybe the Backyard Babies, maybe a little bit of the Black Halos, sort of that sleazy glam garage punk rock, that with maybe a slight metallic edge. I hear a little bit of Crank County Daredevils in there. So, yeah, I just wanted to give a shout to this band. They disappeared shortly after this album came out in 2004. And my understanding is a couple of the guys in the band are now off doing different types of music, sort of like
Mm.
ambiance or ambient synth wave, dark wave, kind
Mm.
of something a
Mm.
little more experimental and moody. But
Well, dark, as the sticker says, dark synth happens.
yeah, exactly. But
It sounds like it's a no-brainer. It sounds like something that I would enjoy. I will look up Kill Cheerleader.
Kill
I
Cheerleader.
love the name, and
Yeah.
the cover looks cool.
The album, speaking of the cover, it actually comes with an alternate cover. So I'm holding up the version that's got like it's sort of a unicorn on the cover. It's very.
G-rated,
I'm sorry.
the G-rated
Yeah, I
cover.
guess
Yeah.
yeah, because the other cover kind of has this person with a leather mask, looks like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for it, you'll stumble across two different covers. Same album. It's called All Hail. The band is called Kill Cheerleader. And the minute I got it and I started listening to it, I started reaching out to all my fellow sleaze punk rockers. So Mike Gupta is an immediate fan now. My buddy Jim
Mm-hmm.
O'Flynn out in Kansas plays this thing constantly. He texts me from his garage almost on a nightly basis saying, dude, I can't get enough of this. I'm listening to it over and over and over. So
Wow.
it kind of has that sort of appeal. If you're into that kind of music and you're not familiar with this band, I give you 10 seconds and it's going to be your new favorite band.
Wow, that's
Kill
heavy
Cheerleader.
words. That's heavy words.
Well, not as
Uh,
heavy as Lemmy. Lemmy called him the greatest rock band since Guns N' Roses.
and then
So.
they broke up. I guess they
Yeah.
couldn't live up to the too much. Lemmy has too much pressure. All right, we bail. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, Lemmy might have killed the band with raising
Yeah.
those expectations.
Yeah, it's well, wouldn't be the first band he killed. I don't know what that means. Um, I recently did the Iron Fist Fest 5
Ah,
at
yes.
Ragnar's on the compound in deep South Austin over there somewhere, basically San Marcos Wimberley
Yeah, San
area,
Marcos.
the hill country,
Mhm.
southwest of Austin. And it was a great gig, except it was 25 degrees outside.
Yeah.
There was an inside stage with just to I use the term black metal loosely, but there was like an extreme stage, and then there was a classic traditional heavy metal stage. And headlining the outside stage was Militia,
Yes.
which for those of you, if you don't know who Militia is, and you are from Texas and you love traditional thrash, speed, classic heavy metal, you're kind of dead.
Where have you
You're
been?
deaf or dead.
Yeah.
But they started in like 84, 85, and they took a break for about 20 years, and then they came back, and they anyway. So Mike Solis, they had merchandise there, of course, and Mike Solis left me with this. I wanted to say it was numbered, but I don't see. This is a special replica version of their record that they put out in 1985 called The Sibling.
Yes.
And
Classic.
this is a reissue, of course. The Sibling originally came out. We've talked about this on our show before.
Yep.
The Sibling original pressing was limited to 100 copies because they ran out of lunch money. And
Yeah.
it's a black and white cover, and the reason it's a black and white cover is because they couldn't afford color
Because they ran out of lunch
because
money.
they ran out of lunch money. That's why there's only 100 of them, and like anyway, it's crazy. It's very well sought after. This is the reissue. Um, it just brings back so many memories. When he laid this on me, I was just like, oh my God, because I had the original release of the Sibling, and I lent it out to someone along with my Slayer Prepare to Die, which both of them are autographed, has my name all over it, and I never got them back. Kids,
Oh,
don't lend your prized possessions to people that you trust, even people that you trust, because
wow.
you may or may not get them back.
Yeah.
Especially when they're as cool as the Prepare to Die EP and the Militia Sibling. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There may have been another one in that collection. Oh yeah, the very first Queensryche EP, which was on 502 or 512 Records before Queensryche was actually signed. It's the black cover with
Wow.
the gold and
Yeah.
purple outline. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I got fucked on that too.
Uh,
That one was not autographed, but that particular pressing is probably worth $150 now.
wow.
Anyway, just wanted
Yeah.
to bring up Militia because any chance I can talk about my buddy Mike Solis, I will.
Yeah.
It's not colored vinyl; it's classic black, but it is remastered, and it's a great replica. And for Texas metalheads, it's a must-have. You got to find it.
Yeah.
They reissued a box set as well, which I do not have, but I have friends who have it. And this actual replica is inside the box set. Now the box set also has the and the Gods Made War
Hmm.
record, which I will hold up right here. I just have it at arm's length, of course.
Of course.
And the same company put this out as well. Bart Gabriel's behind this. He's been one of our guests on here on Talk Louder, who's in Poland. He is has record labels. He's a producer. He's a manager, etc., etc. The box set has both of these, but it has all of the band's cassette demos. It's like the box is like 3 or 4 inches thick. You open up this like Velcro, and it's got the cassette demos. It has these two records. It's got a T-shirt. I think it's a long sleeve jersey. Uh, y'all need to go shopping.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Some, yeah.
speaking of Texas metal, real quick before we wrap, I wanted to throw something else in the mix here. I got to give a shout to Bill Dawson for turning me onto this Dead Horse magazine.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
he sent this to me, and it's a full color glossy. There you go, you got one as well.
Hmm.
It's a full color glossy, really well done. I mean, the quality of this thing is great.
Everyone in the house hold up their Dead Horse
Yeah,
magazine. Ready, go, all at once. All
there you
three of
go.
us. All two
Eh,
of us.
And so Bill Dawson sent this to me, and Bill, of course, is an Austin guy who does graphic designs. He's done some of the merch for Broken Teeth. He put the Broken Teeth logo on the back of my leather jacket. Um, he's one of our buddies here in South Austin, so he had a hand in putting this magazine together, along with Rodney Dunsmore, who we've had on the show. And this particular issue features the artwork of Craig Holloway, and the artwork
Yes.
is amazing. I mean, it's
Mhm.
just killer. And like I said, the quality of this is really well done. Full color glossy, every page, killer artwork from Craig Holloway, and sort of updates, interviews with the band members, kind of bringing you up to speed on all things Dead Horse. I understand that they're going very quickly, so they're hard to come by, but if you pay attention to horsecore.net, that's probably your best bet for getting a copy. So I want to give a shout to Bill and Dead Horse, and just a great magazine, really well done. So congratulations, guys.
Yeah. Awesome. Long live Texas metal. Over and
Yes.
out. Talk
Yeah.
louder.
Adios.